Hey everyone, it's Emily. Welcome to Momma from Scratch. Today we are going to be making over my bathroom. I am really excited to share with you how we're going to take this blah, boring space and make it really beautiful and functional and very warm and inviting. And this is something that you can do to your home as well. So I hope you guys are excited for today's video. I do want to say a big thank you to Capital One Shopping for sponsoring today's video. I will tell you more about them later on, but first we have to clean up this bathroom. It is a bit of a disaster, so it took me a few minutes just to kind of tidy it up and get everything pretty much out of the space. That way we could start from scratch. I knew I wanted to kind of add like an accent wall in here, but because of the tile situation going on in here, it didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted when we built the house, but that's another story. I really wanted to do like a shiplap in here, but I felt like that might be too much pattern going on with the chevron tile that we have on the wall already. I also thought about painting the wall black, and it was just a little too overpowering. I like it with the chevron tile color because it's more of a grayish in there, but the lower tile is more of a true gray, and it came off kind of looking purple, and I was like, absolutely not, that is not what the look I want. So I thought, you know what, why don't we play with the window? And I thought, you know what, there's gotta be a couple ideas that we can do to do this really affordably and functionally as well. I know black windows are super popular right now, but if I did that, this would be the only space in our house that had a black window, and the other half was not exactly thrilled about that idea, and I was like, okay. I thought, why don't I make like a window frame for it? But then after putting up a couple pieces of black painted cardboard on the wall, I was kind of feeling like it was a little bit too bold for the space. So then I was like, what if I just add grids to the wall? And you know what? That's exactly what we're gonna do. Because this window is so tall, it was actually supposed to be shorter, it just didn't happen that way. I want to break it up a bit and make it not feel so tall, but add a little bit of width to it. So I'm gonna add horizontal grids to it with vinyl. And you're probably thinking, what? What do you mean? How is that going to work exactly? Well, I have a Cricut, and I just basically cut some white vinyl with it, and I cut them in 1-inch strips, and it worked out perfect, you guys. Not only is the window still functional, but it gives it a completely different look. I was originally just going to use some wood trim and glue them to the windows, but then I wouldn't be able to open my window. So I was trying to think of functionality for the space as well. And this is a perfect renter-friendly solution for you. So I got my measuring tape out and took the width as well as the height of the window, and then I divided that by 3 because I knew I wanted to add 2 grids to the window. I removed the vinyl that we cut earlier that I showed you, and then I used a level at the height that I wanted it to be at, and then just pressed it on. Super easy to do. You can tailor it to whatever design that you want, and if you want to remove it later, it's super easy to do that, and it's functional at the same time. We're going to move on to the next DIY, which is also can be renter friendly, depending on what you want to use to adhere it. So you can use hot glue to adhere it, or you can use a couple other semi-permanent solutions that easily come off when you need to leave the rental. But we're going to be working on adding frames to the mirrors. This is super easy. Each mirror I used 2 pieces of trim for, and each trim board was I think $5.98. So for $12 pretty much, I'm getting a customized mirror that you would end up paying around $40 to $50 for at the store, if not more, depending on where you have to find it and depending on the size of it. So you can really tailor the mirror in your house or rental to the look that you want, and you can paint the trim color whatever color you want. My trim came in white. They also just carry it in wood. And I ended up spraying the back side of it, letting that dry with a flat black paint. Now you can use gold, you could use silver, you can do a color if you want to, go with it. Once that dried, I flipped it back over, and then I painted the front type. And you want to make sure that you paint both sides of it because the mirror will reflect the back side of it, and that's very important that that is painted. Okay, so all I did for this mirror is you can keep it like a picture frame, where you do 2 45-degree angles to make a 90-degree angle. And it's really easy to do. I just set my saw at 45-degree angles, cut those, and I made sure that each end, the outer part was out further and the inner part was in. So you want each of your boards to be cut at basically like making a V shape on the inside, if that makes sense. You do not want it to be like this. That will not go together correctly. These mirrors are glued on, supposedly. So we're gonna find out. They have these little screw hooks here on the bottom and top, and I'm gonna remove those. So let's hope for the best. It's stuck on. I'm pulling on it. It's not going anywhere. So instead of using just regular clear glue sticks, I'm going to be using my black ones. Surebonder actually sells colored glue sticks, so that is what I'm going to use. And if you don't have it, don't fret. Clear is just fine. So I'm going to take one board at a time, and I'm going to apply the hot glue and a bead all the way down each board. And then when I press that on, I'm actually going to let that board overhang on the mirror just a bit, so it actually covers up the bottom and the sides of the mirror. And I'm just going to repeat the process, working from bottom, then to the left, and then to the top, and then to the right. And it helps if you have somebody else helping you. That way you can get everything right the first time. If you don't, it easily comes off to where you can adjust it. So don't feel like it's going to break the mirror or anything, because it won't. But I like this. It works really well. And you can obviously use other adhesives if you want this to be permanent, but I like to change things up every now and again. So this is what's working for me. The mirrors are all done. We finally get to start decorating the space, adding a lot of texture and warmth through accessories, adding the hardware to the cabinets. I'm telling you, it's going to make a huge difference. Before I show you everything that I got for this space, though, I want to say a big thank you again to Capital One Shopping for sponsoring today's video. If you're not familiar with them, they are a free browser extension that helps you save money while you shop online. So it's really easy to do. You basically just go to Capital One Shopping and you can download the browser extension to your computer. Really simple. You can fill out a couple things and you're good to go. Then when you're doing your online shopping, Capital One Shopping automatically searches for any available coupons for that item. And if not, you can save it. Capital One Shopping applies the best available coupon codes across tens of thousands of retailer sites. It lets you know where the bargains are available for potentially huge savings without any hassle to you. Last year, it saved people $160 million, which is huge. Capital One Shopping is available for Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Microsoft Edge, and Safari. Definitely be sure to download Capital One's free shopping browser extension. It'll be linked down in the description box below. That way you can start saving online. So I got this faux olive bush from Target, and I really like it. I think it works really well in the space. And then I actually got this table. I love the finished color on it. I think it's really pretty. And they have a couple different sizes and styles of these. So I wanted the height because I thought these two would be kind of nice paired together. And then for hardware, I got these hooks. I love the color on them. I found these at Home Depot. And then I also got the knobs from Home Depot, and then these pulls I actually got from the hardware store. These were originally for the kitchen, and we liked them better for the bathroom, so we decided to just go with that. And then I also picked up this really cute shelf at Target, and I think I might add this to the bathtub area. I'm not for sure on that, but the wood color on it is again really nice, and it kind of matches this table, which I really like this. I'm having a hard time finding wood that's this coloring, which is fine. You don't have to match your woods either, just like you don't have to match your hardware, but you know, kind of going with the flow. I threw my stash of art and I found this one. I thought this might actually look really good in the space. I like the black frame. Black is a very grounding color, and it's really nice to add that to the space, so I think that will look really good in the bathroom. Before I start decorating, I'm going to add the cabinet hardware on. I have my template, my pulls, my knobs. I have these longer screws, which are for the pulls, because I have a double layer of wood on there, so these ones are too short, so I just got these. And then I have my drill bit on it, and then I also have tape, and then my screwdriver. So So I find that it's best to apply painter's tape on the front and the back of the cabinet where your knobs or pulls will be. I used a template. I will have all this linked down below for you guys as well. I did the similar process for my kitchen makeover, so if you saw that, you're familiar with it, but it's really basic. It's pretty simple and straightforward. You just got to decide where you want your knobs and pulls to go. Blend down, 3 more to go. So when you're going to add the pulls, you want to make sure that you center the pulls on the cabinet so you have equal distance on each side of that pull, and then make your mark obviously in the center as well. And then before you make your second hole mark, you want to make sure that you line up the hardware to make sure that those holes line up before you put both holes in. Hopefully that makes sense. But it's really easy. You just put the screw on the back, screw it together, and then attach it. It goes really quickly. You can make your own template for it. I did not though. It only took me a couple minutes. A little bit of a mess, but it's easily clean upable. The towels up on the wall. I thought maybe I would roll them, but I couldn't find anything that I liked particularly to put up on the wall for that, so I ended up grabbing these hooks right here. I got 3 or 4 of them, so I can put them in various spots, but I like these because it actually matched the hardware here in the bathroom, which I really like. I like mixing the metals, and I just think they look really nice. So before I hang this up at the wall, I'm gonna kind of eyeball it with the picture that I have over here and see where exactly they would hit to where they're not going to fall into the bathtub while I'm taking a bath. So I want them up high enough to where, you know, I'm not going to drag them down as I'm taking a bath. And you can just add a towel bar here, but I like the look of hooks. It feels a little bit more customized and everything. So I ended up hanging them a little bit higher, and then I centered them off the tile, not off the full wall. That way it would look correct with the bathtub. I was originally going to add the stool over by the bathtub, but I actually like it better over here in the shower nook. Plus it adds some height and I can use it as a plant stand. Again, adding some height to the space. My friend Nikki at the Carpenter's Farmhouse has an Etsy shop, and she made me this really cute wooden sign, and I like the way it just adds a little pop to the wall. And then I added this tray that I made a couple of years ago. You can find these online too as well. But then to ground the space, I ended up getting a couple different rugs from TJ Maxx, and this is the one that I liked the best. It's a really nice size, and it just really grounds and makes everything kind of come together. So for between the vanities, I wanted to add some height with the mirrors, and I liked this, but in the end I didn't really like the vase, and I don't have very many vases to work with that would be good for this size. So I ended up adding this black tray, and then adding a faux fern in there with some lotion, and just, I don't know, I like it, but I feel like it needs some height on the wall, but I don't really like the shelf in there because I feel like it's going to look too cluttered. So in the end, I just kind of left that out. I can always add it later once I find something, but I got 2 different shelves and I just didn't like either of them. So, you know, kind of finishing up the space, making it look good, but I'm really happy with how well the space turned out. Here's a little reminder of what the space looked like before, and this is what it looks like now. It came together so nicely, and I'm so happy with the way it looks. It's warm and it's inviting, and it's just a very calm, tranquil place for us to relax at the end of the day or get ready in the beginning of the day. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and got lots of ideas from it. Be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button. I love to be able to inspire and motivate you through DIYs, decorating, and makeover videos just like this. Everything that you've seen in today's video will be linked down in the description box below this video. That way you can get it for your home as well as the Capital One shopping browser extension. So with that, I hope you all have an amazing day. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know what your favorite part of the bathroom is and what space you think I'm going to work on next, because I have another makeover coming up soon.